mistake, I cannot, erase it. But that's not the point here. Today, we're going to be taking, answers and questions from, we're going to be taking questions, and I'll be addressing the questions from people who sent some stuff to me to reply. Some people keep confusing me for a relationship expert. I'm not a relationship expert, alright? I'm just someone who hosts a talk show, which I'm very good at doing. Yeah, I know a lot about relationships, but most of my stuff also comes from people, my crew members. I have a content editor, Faithful Carey. She handles that, and then we have lots of viewers who also give their opinions on the show. So when you're thinking I'm a relationship expert, please don't judge me by that, alright? Alright, so first of all, I want to say thank you very much, because today is a very happy day for me. I have a very exciting news for the fans of the Blessy Jackson show, and the news is that we are YouTube partners. Yeah, we became YouTube partners today. I was surprised. I mean, I just woke up and I didn't even try to apply for YouTube partnership because I'm in Nigeria right now. And suddenly I just saw it. You can now watch the Blessy Jackson show starting from September 1. It's really a great news. I mean, when I got the contract to start airing my show there, I was blown up. That's the truth. And I really want to, okay, I'm going all emotional right now. But really, I want to say a big thank you. I want to say a very big thank you to those, organizers of the show, and also a much bigger thank you to AMC TV. Yeah, I'm emotional right now. Thank you so much, AMC TV, for seeing, something in me that other people didn't get to see. You have been opening doors for me, and I'm really grateful. I am very grateful. So please, the work hasn't stopped. Instead, the work has just begun for me. Yes, it has begun for me on this show. Hold on a second, please. Uh-oh. Alright, having some technical difficulties. Network things. Okay, so like I was saying, the work has just begun for me. And I need your help, everyone, to get to the top. Really, I do. I want to be a living. Okay, hold on a second, please. We seem to have lost our feed, so I'm trying to just get it back. Let's see how I lost that feed. Please give me 10 minutes and I'll be right back, or 5 minutes. I'll be right back on the Blessy Jackson show. So, I seem to have lost my feed. Trying to get it back. Sorry for the technical difficulties. I promise this won't happen next time, because next time I really would be very great at this. This is just, for the meantime, problems. Okay, here we go. Hello, I'll be right back after the short break. Just hang on. Trying to get my technical difficulties sorted out, because I seem to have none of them. And maybe you're watching me right now. I really don't know. That's the thing. It says on my feed that I've gone off. Amazing. So please hold on. Alright, so obviously it's streaming. Okay. Alright, so I guess the short break is over now. I got it on. I'm having really poor service today. I don't know why. Alright, so okay, so welcome back. My 5 minutes is up, so I guess I have sorted it out right now. I'm having some technical difficulties. So to go straight to the point of the show right now, I'll be taking questions and answers. Well, I got an email from a lady called, I will just keep her surname private for privacy sake. She's Chrysanda, and she says, I'm a 20 something woman who is of Caribbean heritage but has lived in the US for most of my life. I am planning to move to the UK as I think this may be a fresh start and perhaps yield better results in terms of finding someone special for me. What are some things that I can do to ensure that I meet and attract men who are marriage minded? At this point, I do not want to date anyone who has not made the decision that they are dating for the prospect of marrying me. As you know, my biological clock is ticking and I do not want to be 35 or 40 before I ever get married or start a family. Please help. Wow, regards C. Okay, so Chrysanda, if you are watching me right now or you get to watch this video later on, well, I don't think you're old or anything, and I don't think you should be in a hurry for marriage. I actually posted your message on Facebook without putting your surname there, and I don't think you should be worried about things like marriage and all that. But I get your point. You don't want to get to 30 and 40. That's understandable. But most times it depends on the kind of person you are looking for, the kind of man you're searching for, because other than that, the location doesn't really matter. Though I've heard rumors that many Americans love to marry foreigners. I don't know how true that is. So, but I'm maybe I understand why you live in the US for UK. But the thing about life is that if you go put your hopes up high that you probably get married in the UK and you get disappointed, you might want to kill yourself, and that wouldn't be nice at all. So I will advise you. I'm trying to read your emails and follow your questions. I will advise you, Cassandra, not to be in a hurry to get married. You should more looking for love, not just looking for an eligible bachelor, but more of the love factor. But if you're looking for things that you could do in the UK, Well, I talked to some UK viewers of mine, and they're like, go to church. So if you're religious, you should go to church, try to sign up, with some organizations, things to do, go out. It's more like have friends, and they could introduce you to their friends, and things like that. So basically, you'd have to be more outgoing, but don't push it, don't rush it, don't be Miss Desperate for marriage. It's quite dangerous because some men can actually smell that from afar. And once they realize that you are just after the marriage factor, they might just want to use you and drop you. And that will not be cool. So, Chrisanda, if you get to watch this video, um, my advice for you is watch my episode on what's wrong with being single at 30. Maybe it could help you come to realization with the fact that 35, 40 is not such a bad thing after all. But it's all about finding the right person. Because you could actually get married to the wrong person and realize that you don't have anything in common, and by then you will be divorcing. And nobody wants to be a divorcee. So take it easy. When you get to the UK, since you have already made up your mind to move there, do not move to the UK because of you want to get married, because you might be disappointed. But I like your positivity. But well, be outgoing. Most times people who get married meet in organizations, they meet in fellowships, and but if you're going, don't think about going to the clubs, nightclubs, to look for a husband, because no one's going to think you're a marriageable person if you are going to the club. Most people who go to the club are not there for the long-term commitment. They're just there for the short term, to feel good and feel happy. So, Sander, try to get friends in the UK. Make yourself open-minded. Be friendly, be good. Don't rush it. Take things easy. Most times, love comes when you do not expect it. So, I believe love will come for you very soon. And that is the answer to your question. I hope I answered your question properly. What are some things you can do? Well, I just told you what the things you can do is just to be outgoing, hang out. If you play sports, go to a sport place. Even if you don't play sports, sometimes you gotta go to a sport place, because most men, they go to the gym. Speaking from the ladies' perspective, you can meet a man at the gym. If you're looking for a nerd, maybe you could go to the library. But if you're going to the church because you think you're going to find a man, you can actually find wolves in the church. But just get out more, and you'll be able to find a man in no time. Well, as for dating someone who has not made a decision that they are for marrying, some men pretend that they want to get married. They might deceive you and use you up. So I guess you should take it slow when it comes to the sexual part, so that no man will deceive you. You will be able to identify if the man is there for the long run or just for the sex, for the thrill. Okay, Chrisanda, I'm done with the question, and I wish you luck in the UK. I hope you find what you're looking for in the UK. XOXO. And then we have more questions. Hold on a second. Hold on a second. Alright, so I'm back again. Yeah, sorry about that. Actually, this thing, I wasn't really prepared for it, so I guess that's why. Let me continue with the questions. So we have a question from Ade, I'm not gonna mention their surnames because of keeping them private. And Ade says, I don't feel the rush with my partner like I used to. We were inseparable and really care about her, and I really care about her. But lately, I do not have sexual feelings for her. I really want us to work, but I am afraid it is affecting my behavior in our relationship. Don't get me wrong, I am not cheating on her. I just don't feel the passion anymore. Does it mean I no longer love her? What do I do? Hmm, interesting. Wow, that's quite a tough one. Okay, let me look at this. Hold on a second, I'll be right back. All right. So Ade is asking, what should he do about his girlfriend? He doesn't love her like he doesn't he's not attracted to her like he used to be, but he still loves her. And what's the question? Oh, he's not even okay. You're not sure, Ade, that you love your girlfriend because you don't have passion for her. What do you do? Well, first of all, I will address the fact that does it mean I no longer love her? Because you're asking two questions here. The truth is, when you're in a relationship, at first, the first year, especially the first year, it's so fabulous, and you feel like you're on a roller coaster ride, and you can just stop thinking about that person. That person turns you on all the time. But after some time, it then begins to look like it's fading. Not because you don't love the person anymore, but because you're already getting used to that person. Or especially if that person doesn't do anything new, or maybe you guys don't do anything new, you have this steady kind of lifestyle, predictable lifestyle. It begins to look like it's no longer exciting, and you're looking for something exciting. You might love the person, but if care is not taken, it might actually affect you so much that you will end up being attracted to somebody else. Because I think attraction is mainly the difference. It's just being attracted to someone is the major difference between just loving someone. You can love your mother, you can love your sister, but you're not attracted to them. That's creepy. So definitely, that's what separates other relationships from a romantic relationship, the attraction. And when it's not there, it's quite dangerous because it will feel like you are dating your sister. Now we don't want that, do we? So my advice for you would be that don't be in a hurry to think that you don't love your girlfriend, because you just might. What I would advise you to do is try to spice up your relationship, do crazy things, do unusual things. Try to remember the reason why you love your girlfriend in the first place. So you were attracted to her. What pulled you towards her? Was it her body shape? Her behavior? What attracted you to her? Why were you passionate about her in the first place? Well, once you can actually find those answers, then if you try to date her, continue the relationship, and it doesn't work after that, like the passion doesn't come back, then we got a problem, because it might just feel like you're dating your sister. So what I would advise you to do is don't be in a hurry, take it slow, and see if you can still get back the attraction. I'm sure it's there somewhere, just that you probably have lost it. So you gotta find your mojo. That's my advice for you. And such findings can come from being unpredictable. No, stop your regular routine, the same things you used to do. Try to make it different. Whatever it is that you are always fantasizing about with your, always fantasizing about with in your head about another lady or the kind of lady you want your lady to be. Try to spice it up and inject it with your lady, and it could work. So that's my advice for you at day. And let's see. Oh, this one says, you guys are throwing big questions at me. Seriously? Let me see. Wow. We really have big questions here. Another guy, his name is Uche, and he says, my girlfriend just broke up with me. I love her so much and spent everything I had on her. She was my first and only girl, and I did everything I could to make her happy. I even planned on getting married to her once things were stable, and she broke up with me and told me she wants to be alone. I am so hurt and devastated. I have begged her, but she insists on breaking up. I feel so alone. I don't know how to move on. By Uche. So Uche, wherever you are, and I guess you're probably listening to me right now, or you'll get to listen to me later. My advice for you, Uche, would be face the fact. It happens. Not every relationship will end in marriage. I'm trying to keep in track with your question. Your girlfriend broke up with you. It happens all the time. It doesn't make it right, it doesn't make it fair, but that's the world we live in. Some people are just there, to make you happy for that short time and move on, while some people are going to be with you forever. Maybe she's one of those people who won't be there forever. You don't know what your future is going to be like. Maybe you're going to meet a gorgeous lady, and you won't even remember what it used to feel like when you were sad. It happens. So try to get over it. And I know that you'll be like, oh yeah, that's a cliche. You've heard it a lot. But that's the truth. Get over it. People, get stabbed by the girlfriends. Their hearts. You get broken. And you just have to move on. Because in this life, we're survivors. And if we don't move on, then why are we here in the first place? We survive to come into the world. And don't let a woman be the cause of the reason why you are depressed. You spend your time, being depressed when you can be happy and living life, because life is too short. So why spend the whole time, being depressed and thinking? I understand that you love her and you spend everything you have on her, which is not uncommon, but don't hold her to it because you spent everything you had on her. I'm not saying that she probably maybe magad you according to Nigerian slang. I'm not saying that she scammed you and used you and all that. No, it's possible that she didn't even mean to break up with you, or maybe she planned it all along. It doesn't really matter what she meant. What matters is that you gotta move on. Even if she was your first and only person, I'm sure there are more fabulous ladies out there who want to be with you. So spend your time with those ladies instead, and not someone who probably doesn't want to stay. You keep begging her, which is a good thing. That shows care, concern, and love. But I don't even know why she broke up with you. You say you didn't want to get married to her yet until things were stable. I understand that part. I get financially things were not stable yet. That might be a mature decision. I don't know why she left. For whatever reason it is, just try to get over it. Don't be hurt. Things will turn out fine. Things are going to turn out fine. We all have our bad days. Even me, we all have those days. We're like, is the world against us? You will meet somebody that I'm sure of, if you can keep an open mind. If she has refused your apology, whatever you went and beg her, then let her go. Yes, let her go. She's not just for you if she doesn't want to stay. It is better if she stays out of her own free will than she stays because she feels pity, sympathy for you. She just wants to tolerate you. That's not cool. So to move on, I would advise you to get rid of temporarily, get rid of things that will remind you of her. Yes, temporarily, you can stash them somewhere where you can go back to them later. But at this point, you don't need any reminder of her. And get out more. Stop staying all alone in your shell and thinking about it. Try to spend time with people who love you. I'm sure in your life there are people who love you, like maybe your family or friends or anybody, even if it's your dog or your cat. Spend time with those people who appreciate you more right now. Try to be happy. We all have hobbies. Try to get yourself into your hobbies at this point, and you will move on. With time, the hurt will reduce. With time, don't rush into any other relationship right now, because that will be a rebound relationship. Just give it time and you get over it. But stop dwelling on it and stop. If you're bugging her, stop bugging her. And that's my advice for you, Uche. I wish you the very best, and I hope that things will turn out fine for you wherever you are. So we have another question. I have so many questions that people sent, which is amazing because I didn't even announce that I was doing a show today. So I guess they're gonna watch the video later. So I'm just doing the show, and whether they're watching live or not, I know they're gonna watch it later. So let me read. I'm just gonna take only, because I'm supposed to do this show for only 1 hour, and we have just 20 minutes left. So I'll take only a few questions and stop on that. Wow, heavy questions. Oh, this one is from a lady called Chi Chi. Chi Chi, and it says, I am in love with my best friend. We have been friends since childhood, but he announced his marriage suddenly, and I realized I love him. I want him to be with me instead. Should I tell him how I feel or forget about the feeling? I have tried to get over the feeling, but I just can't. Please help, because I am losing my mind. Wow. That reminds me of the movie My Best Friend's Wedding. Interesting. Okay? So Chichi is saying she is in love with her best friend now that he's getting married. That just sounds like the movie My Best Friend Wedding, but I know that this is reality, so I wouldn't even kid or make the mistake of kidding about it, because this is much more real than a movie. But I'm just trying to think, getting my brain together. You didn't know you were in love with your best friend until you realized you were going to lose him to someone else. So the question is, are you really in love with your best friend? Or are you in love with the idea of being in love? Or are you in love because you're scared that you're going to lose your best friend's friendship? Because definitely when your best friend gets married to the opposite sex, and from this, you're a woman, that would mean that his wife would take your place, and you might be scared of that. That could be terrifying so much that you might think that you are in love with your best friend. So what's your question, Chi Chi? You're saying, should I tell him how I feel or forget about the feeling? Oh. Wow. Okay, on the more serious note, this is a very dangerous question, because if I had to give you the wrong advice and it backfires, then you come and scream at me for being the one who gave the bad advice. So I'm kind of caught in the middle here, I really want you to keep the friendship you have with your best friend, but you know that if you tell your best friend how you feel, two things are involved. Your best friend might actually break up your friendship or keep it. And you can't know until you tell him. That's the bad thing. And if you don't tell him, you're going to go through life wishing you told him. So I'm quite confused, You want him to be with you instead. The question here is not if you love your best friend. The question is you should be asking me is if your best friend loves you. So what you should be trying to do now is to find out if your best friend loves you without him finding out that you're in love with him first. Unless you don't want to keep your friendship. Because it could actually break your friendship. I don't know how strong your friendship is. Is it strong enough for your best friend to look past it? That you are in love with him. Okay? Hold on a second. Wow. Okay, so Chichi. Well, I'd suggest that if you want to know so bad if you're in love with your best friend, which I don't really know how you feel. I don't know if you really love him because love is much more than being scared that you're going to lose the person. But since you say you love him, I'm going to question that. I'll just answer your question directly. You might tell your best friend about it, but you stand a chance of losing him, losing your friendship forever. Because it might be awkward. Yep. But you can actually ask him instead if he is in love with you. That way, you're not guilty of the confession. If you ask, oh, excuse me, I'm just an example. I know we've been friends for a long time. I don't know if you love me. Do I know that sounds crazy because it's supposed to be getting married and all that, but it's best to ask if he loves you. From his reaction, you can tell. He's going to tell you yes or no. But don't wait for, assumption because that could be very deceptive. If he tells you he doesn't love you, then move on. But hey, you're asking me to advise you to make your best friend break up with his fiancé for you. I guess I'm on the side of love, so I just advise you. Ask him how he feels about you. That way, it won't be so awkward, to reduce lessen it. Or you can tell him that you are in love with him and that you don't like. If he doesn't love you, there is no problem. You like to keep a friendship no matter what. But no matter what you do, make sure you don't tell him via email, via Facebook, via any social media. You're going to tell him face to face. Don't even tell him via phone, face to face. So he won't have to avoid you afterwards. You just settle it right there. And that's my answer for you. So the last question I'll be taking, because I'm already tired, is one from, let's see, what's this? Oh, from Greg. I am in a long distance relationship with my girlfriend. We met during our NYSC and we both relocated to different countries in search of greener pasture. We try to visit each other, but it is tough on our budget. We are really in love, but I am afraid that distance might kill our relationship and I don't want to lose her. She is my world. Please tell me how I can spice up our long distance relationship. Greg. Wow. Okay, so Greg wants to know how he can spice up that relationship. I've actually had friends who are going through these similar problems, I guess, long distance thing and all that. That's why I find it difficult, to advise anyone to do long distance. But sometimes you can't predict life. But long distance is really tough in a relationship. You can actually break a relationship. Yes, it can. I don't know why it does, but I guess because of the absence of the person, they get to like someone else. So, but I'll just go straight to the point, Greg. To help spice up your relationship, well, you have to call each other more often. Talk about your day like you're actually there. I mean, even talk about the little parts of the day. Not just calling because you have major news, but calling because you want to talk about every part of the day. Every part. No holds barred. That's what we'll do, Greg. And we have things like Skype each other. Basically do the same things you used to do in your relationship on Skype or on Yahoo or something like that. Just do basically the same thing and you'll be fine. I mean, If you used to have some sexual talk, or maybe you can do it on Skype. I'm not asking you to start stripping on Skype because that is dangerous. You don't know who could be recording you on Skype. Yes, that's actually very dangerous. But try to be a little, you know, keep the attraction and the passion in your relationship via video. Just the way you're watching me. You can leave your video on sometimes. My partner, send them gifts. The major thing in distance relationship is to keep the communication alive. That is just the thing. Keep the communication alive and keep it lively, not boring. Try to keep everything like just the way it is in reality. Try as much as to make the distance not count. Make it look like your social media communication is real, and you'll be fine. But I guess that long distance relationship will actually test your love for each other, and if you can come out strong, then kudos and congratulations. So that's my advice for you. And right now, I'll be saying my goodbye on the Blessy Jackson show because I have to go shoot my normal videos. I don't do live programs. I don't do it on YouTube, so I have to go shoot my videos right now for the Blessy Jackson show for AMC TV. But I wanted to watch AMC TV starting from September 1 every 9:30 p.m. on Star Times. AMC TV is channel 144. Watch it, support our show, share it with your friends, spread the information, help us out, and don't forget, love your neighbor as yourself, and I love you all. XOXO. Have a fabulous weekend. Bye.